Earth stood still. A shadow fell upon the world, cast by a vessel beyond human comprehension. It descended from the heavens, a harbinger of change, a herald of the unknown. The world watched, breathless, as the impossible unfolded before their eyes. We were no longer alone. Panic spread like wildfire. Governments scrambled, armies mobilized, but all felt the chilling truth. Against such might, we were but ants beneath a giant's footfall. From this ship of wonder and terror emerged an envoy, beings unlike any found in human history. Tall, slender, their skin shimmering like polished obsidian, they carried an air of chilling regality. Their message was simple, direct, and utterly terrifying. The envoy spoke of their queen, a being of immense power and ancient lineage. They described a dying world, a fading star, a race on the brink. Their survival, they claimed, hinged upon an alliance, a pact that would bind humanity and their kind in a bond unbreakable. The price of this alliance? A chilling proposition, whispered in hushed tones that echoed through the halls of power. A group of humans, carefully selected, were to be sent aboard the alien vessel. Their purpose? A chilling request, a demand cloaked in the language of diplomacy but reeking of desperation. The fate of humanity rested on their shoulders, the weight of billions pressing down on their hearts. Among them, whispers of rebellion began to stir. Dr. Eleanor Vance, a woman of unparalleled intellect, her fingers dancing across the control panels of the spacecraft that was now their prison. Captain Mark Jenkins, hardened by years of conflict, his jaw set in a grim line as he stared out at the vast emptiness of space. And then there was Father Michael O'Brien, his faith tested like never before as he sought solace in prayer. These were but a few of the chosen, each carrying their own burdens, their own hopes and fears. As they journeyed further into the cosmos, the weight of their situation pressed down upon them. They were strangers in a strange land, adrift in a sea of stars with their fate hanging in the balance. Their captors, however, remained an enigma, their motives shrouded in secrecy, their true intentions a mystery waiting to be unravelled. The throne room was an awe-inspiring sight. Vast, echoing with an otherworldly beauty, it spoke of a civilization both ancient and advanced, and upon a throne of obsidian and gold sat the queen. Her form was breathtaking, terrifying. She was a creature of immense power, her every word dripping with an authority that brooked no argument. Her daughters, flanking her like ethereal shadows, were no less intimidating. Their beauty was captivating, their eyes pools of liquid gold that seemed to see into the very souls of the humans before them. The queen's voice, when she spoke, was like velvet over steel. She spoke of her daughters, of their need for suitable mates, of the continuation of their lineage. And then the demand that had sent chills down their spines back on Earth was laid bare, stark and terrifying in its implications. Section 5. A Seed of Defiance. The Queen's request was simple. The humans, these specimens of a vibrant species, were to provide the genetic material needed to ensure the survival of her daughter's line. In essence, they were to be breeders, a means to an end. Revulsion and anger coursed through the assembled humans. This was not diplomacy. It was a violation. Captain Jenkins, his military bearing never faltering, was the first to voice his defiance. "We are not animals to be bred," he boomed, his voice echoing through the silent chamber. "We will not be party to this abomination." The Queen's eyes narrowed, a flicker of something dangerous sparking in their depths. The air crackled with tension. Section 6. The Weight of Choice. Dr. Vance, ever the pragmatist, stepped forward. "There must be another way," she pleaded, her voice a stark contrast to Jenkins's outrage. "Surely there are alternatives, other options we can explore." The Queen regarded her with a cool, calculating gaze. "We have explored all options," she stated, her voice devoid of emotion. "This is the only path to survival." The humans were caught in a maelstrom of fear and anger. The weight of their choice, the fate of two species resting on their shoulders, threatened to crush them. Could they sacrifice their freedom, their very essence, for the survival of another race? And if they refused, what would be the consequences? Section 7. Echoes of Rebellion. Whispers of rebellion, first ignited by Captain Jenkins's defiance, now spread like wildfire amongst the humans. Plans were hatched in hushed tones, clandestine meetings held under the watchful eyes of their alien captors. They might be prisoners, but they would not be broken. They would not surrender their humanity without a fight. Father O'Brien, his faith shaken but not broken, became an unlikely source of strength. He reminded them of their shared humanity, of the indomitable spirit that resided within each of them. "We are not alone," he whispered, his voice filled with a quiet conviction. "God is with us, even in this darkest of hours." Section 8. The Price of Freedom. The rebellion, when it came, was swift and brutal. Led by Captain Jenkins, the humans fought with the desperation of those who had nothing left to lose. The aliens, taken by surprise by the ferocity of their attack, found themselves on the defensive. The corridors of the once pristine ship ran red with blood, both human and alien. The price of freedom was high. Lives were lost, sacrifices made in the name of something greater than themselves. But in the end, against all odds, they emerged victorious. The Queen lay dead, her reign of terror over. But their struggle was far from over. They were still light years from home, adrift in a vessel they barely understood. Section 9. A Glimmer in the Void. As they surveyed the carnage around them, a sense of unease settled upon the survivors. They had won their freedom, but at what cost? And what awaited them now? As they set about the daunting task of trying to pilot the alien ship back to Earth, a new message crackled to life on the command console. It was a message from the Queen's daughters, their voices cold and filled with rage. The rebellion, they declared, would not go unpunished. They would hunt down the humans, and when they found them, there would be retribution. The screen flickered and died, leaving the humans staring into the void, their victory suddenly feeling hollow. The fight for their survival was far from over. It had only just begun.